The TDP heckle comedian over an old case. A stand-up comedy show in Bengaluru was disrupted after political supporters stormed the stage over jokes which the performer made nearly 2 years ago. Tension unfolded at the Ministry of Comedy when Hyderabad-based comedian Sarat was performing a solo act on 25th of April. Just minutes into the show, a group of supporters of the Telugu Desam party walked into the stage. You see how they are heckling the artist Sarat Uday. They demanded that the comedian apologizes for remarks made in December 2024 YouTube video. Please mark 2024, where he had joked about Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu and IT Minister Nara Lokesh. The group also asked Uday to chant slogans like Jai TDP and Jai Lokesh, which he refused. The confrontation lasted a few minutes, forcing a brief halt to the show. The venue owner alerted the police, but by the time the officers arrived, the group had already left. Uday said he had already issued a public apology, and this was back in 2024 after facing threats and online abuse over the same video. Despite this, the supporters demanded a fresh apology during the live show. He later agreed to apologize again, but refused to raise political slogans on stage. Calling the incident unfortunate, Sarat Uday said this was the first such disruption in his 7-year-old career. He added, artists should be allowed to perform freely and any objection should be addressed through legal means, not intimidation. Organizers said the incident lasted for about 5 minutes and no property damage was reported. Reacting to the incident, AP State TDP President and MLA Pala Srinivasa Rao strongly condemned the protest. He, however, cautioned stand-up comedians, artists, political commentators and individuals against making comments on sensitive issues. He said such individuals will face angry reactions. I wonder if sensitive issues is the Chief Minister. From public, when they cross their limits of freedom, I do agree that freedom of speech should not be used as something which is unbridled. But this, to say anything about anybody, I think this cancel culture is very, very unfair. The episode comes amid rising pressure on comedians over political content. Now, in recent days, Andhra Pradesh has taken action against stand-up comics over remarks on political leaders, including something which was linked on comments on Deputy Chief Minister Pawan Kalyan. 2 comedians were picked up earlier this month following complaints over their remarks. The big question remains, what really happening? Is comedy now under siege? Where is our sense of humor? What is the red line between comedy and disrespect that fuels cancel culture? Who are these self-styled supporters of political parties who storm into auditoriums and halls to disrupt a show? What is their locus standi? Let's discuss. Bhavana Belegere, who's an influencer, very well known, is joining us, and also Nallamuthu Chakravarti, political analyst from Andhra Pradesh. Hello to both of you. Thank you for making the time. Bhavna, what is going on? Look, I understand you can't have unfettered, unbridled, freedom of speech. But for God's sake, this is sense of humor. In this country,
exactly
I've seen.
My point.
Yeah. Also, this is not. We are not living in a Talibanized nation. The last I knew.
And also, like you briefly said, you have already explained what the situation and scenario, and what I think is we should never ever include politics to a comedy, link to a comedy, because comedians are there to showcase their talent and to entertain us if we are stressed. And if I go home and want to not watch a movie or not want to watch a complete 2 hours movie or anything, and then I just want to watch 15 minutes of something which is very lightning and which is like comedy and which I can laugh at and have a relaxed time, there is that's why we go for stand-up comedians, and we do enjoy their comedies, and we do enjoy their life. They usually tend to tell their lifestyles, that experience, and then make us laugh and all that. I agree with that. And there's also a thin line where and I don't think we should include politics to a comedy, stand-up comedians, and make it more miserable for them, because their talent is, we don't know where it is hidden and where it is coming out from. And it's all, be it politician, be it a celebrity, whoever it is, it's a comedy thing. They
Now,
should take
are you saying, let me get this clear. Are you saying stand-ups should not do any jokes on politics?
They should not take, I am saying politicians should not take it as personal as
No, but
they
that
are
is not
taking
happening.
now.
No, everywhere
That
you do one cartoon, you are heckled, you are taken to jail. What is this?
Exactly.
What
See,
is this?
now here in Karnataka, our CM, our PM, I mean our CM and there are a lot of other politicians who there are mimicry artists who do mimicry of them in front of them only, and they laugh.
No, no,
They don't take
Bhavna,
it,
I'm sorry
they
to
don't
say,
take
even
it
in Tamil
personally.
Nadu it has happened. It is all hypocrisy. You do it in front of them, they will all smile and do ha 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 ha. You do it behind their backs, they will get the authorities after you. Nallamuthu.
They haven't as of now in
Yeah, na, thank. Very good, yeah. I mean, congratulations, but you are never sure. Let me get Nallamuthu here. Nallamuthu, what is your, I mean, don't you think this is complete absurd, ludicrous, ridiculous kind of a thing to do?
It is very unfortunate, Sudhaji, what has happened in Bangalore. But what I find amusing and ironical is the TDP that is ruling, or NDA that is ruling Andhra Pradesh, in which TDP is a major player. They have suffered immensely in the previous government. The current chief minister's house was attacked. Their party office was vandalized. And if you recall, one of the MPs, not TDP's MPs, but YCP's own MP, who has disagreed with the then chief minister, was beaten up. And there's a long history of violence when people spoke against the ruling establishment. And I'm amused that TDP today is indulging in similar behavior that they have criticized the previous government for. For instance, as you have mentioned, the police of Andhra Pradesh went to UP to arrest a comedian who made some jokes on the Deputy CM Pawan Kalyan. So it's deeply, deeply troubling. And you also mentioned there is a thin line in terms of freedom of speech versus offending somebody. No, I don't think there is a thin line. There is a pretty significant line. I mean, Supreme Court has in March 2025 in Imran Pratapgadi ruling, it has said 75 years to our republic. Into our republic, we cannot be so shaky on our fundamentals that mere stand-up comedy can be alleged to lead animosity or hatred amongst different communities. No, I mean, people should be free to criticize, use satire to go after politicians. Now, if they have crossed the line, the way is not to go, attack and abuse. What has happened in Bangalore, since you probably do not understand Telugu language, because I speak and understand Telugu, it was abusive and horrible language. They literally threatened him to beat up. And that is not how you deal with whether somebody has crossed the line. I mean, you file a lawsuit, you file a defamation suit, or maybe even, I doubt if there is a case for an FIR, because Supreme Court has said, even FIRs don't make sense for some of these cases. So it is deeply, deeply, deeply troubling for a free country like India. If this happens in China, in Afghanistan or someplace, we can understand. But a free country, we have to pay a price. I mean, freedom of speech means freedom to insult. If everybody agrees on what I say, I don't need freedom of speech as a fundamental right.
Absolutely.
Freedom of speech fundamental right is to insult and criticize Sudhaji. I need to have that right. I need that right for insulting and arguing and criticizing and using satire
that's where
against
I
you.
interrupt here and say
Bhavna.
that there is a very thin line between. He said there is a huge difference between making comedy and then making it vulgar. I am definitely against vulgarity. I don't want a person to be humiliated or anything like that in a name of a comedy, stand-up comedians and all that. I do support sir here, but again, I don't think the way he explained Telugu, even I understand, and I also can follow what language that they are speaking and how abusing they are talking. That even I am against to it, and there is legal actions to take on the same thing. They can't barge in like this and beat up and threaten or something like that. I also don't agree with
also Nallamuthu, what I find very strange is that why is the police not taking cognizance? See, if it were me who was doing stand-up, I'd be very scared. I mean, you guys can come to UP. Tomorrow you'll come to Assam or maybe come to Nepal to kind of, follow me and maybe heckle me. I mean, why is it that the story is always on one side? oh, he said this about Chandrababu or he said this about Stalin. What about him? He's a citizen of this country. He's a performer. He's an artist, right? What about his security? You know, I have to say this, and he's given all that videos, but he says, let me be. And you apologized 2 years ago. Are you kidding me? After 2 years, you get after someone and say, apologize for this. What is this? Cancel culture at the worst, I think, Nallamuthu.
This is criminal conduct, not even a cancel culture, Sudhaji. And then saying that, they've left in 5 minutes and the police, by the police came, they left. No, go catch them. What they've done is a crime. And unless you catch and punish and book a case for what they have done, I mean, it will instill fear in the minds of people to speak freely. I mean, we are a democracy. In a democracy, there are a lot of differing opinions. And there are two aspects to this. A common man taking law into his own hand, saying my, sentiments are, I'm offended and my sentiments are hurt, is one aspect. Then the state itself perpetrates some of these crimes against the freedom of speech and expression. Just to give you an example, Sudhaji, there is in Telangana, there is an online channel, I think, called Telugu Scribe. They have registered a UAPA case on a channel. I mean, the UAPA is for terrorists and Naxalites and secessionists. So there are two aspects to it. One, people cannot take law into their own hands, even if they were offended about some comedy that was made 2 years ago. Go file a case. Go register a case in the police station. And I don't think even that is justified in this case. But people cannot take the law into their hands. But the second aspect is the state itself is perpetuating. And that's deeply troubling. When state sends, highly paid at the taxpayer expense, police to UP to arrest for some online comedy, then you're, enabling citizens to do the same.
And when Mr. Pavan Kalyan, I can sit on judgment on Pavan Kalyan's lots of roles where I would say, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. But then he is Pavan Kalyan, actor turned politician. Special rules for him. Bhavna, have you ever faced this? Have you ever feared that people will come after me? I know about comments and all, maybe you switch them off, you ignore them,
Yes,
but you're a performer. Do you?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
See, when it comes to acting and when it comes to writing, it's a two different thing that I see. I do actually get a lot of threat calls and a lot of threatened messages, abusing messages, horrible messages that I don't even care for it. That's a different part. But yes, I do fear. But it's not that I go back and sit back and say, okay, I will not do it anymore. No, why not? Why shouldn't I? I am an artist. I do act. I am a writer. I do write. I do write about politics, politicians, and I don't take any biased opinions or give my biased opinions. Nothing. I do my reporting as a straight one with a document with anything that doesn't have a case on me.
Thank you so much, Bhavna Belegere and Nallamuthu Chakravarti. Thank you so much. I mean, that was really very revealing what you said. Thank you both.